Hello, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited that WayV is back. I know it hasn't really been that long since they were gone, but I feel like it's been forever and I can't wait, and I'm so excited for them to be back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh. I'm glad it's called Big Bands, and I hear big bands already.
Yeah, we hit you like big bands.
Ooh. Ooh. I love that hairstyle in 10.
Keep it up, Yeah, we got
Ooh, fun. Alright, young. Ooh. I wish I looked good like Henry in a hat. Xiaojun, get it. Ah, cool. Low notes in? Yes. Oh my gosh. Xiaojun. Ooh, nice. Ooh, I love the modification of the voice. This would be even more epic, like with a live big band, like on stage. Ooh, good change. Those high notes. Bring it. Whoa, that was cool. Transition. Was that 10 or Xiaojun doing all those runs? Ooh, yes, with the ending. Okay, guys, first, let's talk about their use of big bands. So for those of you who don't know, in jazz, like a big band is literally what it sounds like. It's a big band. So what they did when they were originally doing jazz kind of started like with ragtime music, which is mostly just piano. And then it evolved from there. So it started with the piano, and then they started to add things to it. And then you have different styles of jazz from different areas. So the big band came around the 1940s-ish. Obviously, there are some before and there's some later. But 1940s is when it really got popularized. It started becoming really popular, especially like during and after World War II. So the reason that it was so immense is because, well, it was a different style of music, so people really enjoyed that. But also with big bands, you could dance to it. So swing became a really big part of like the culture of big bands. So like if you ever hear, you probably hear like the song Sing 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 all over. It's all over movies. It's all over media. Like it's probably one of the most well-known big band songs like of all time. Like it gets used for everything, and it's the one that goes dun 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 dun, and then like the trumpets go do 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 do. So like that's very common. But what it is it as when you are paying attention to music, as people start to get jobs that are not necessarily in the oh my gosh, I did not mean for this to be a history lesson, but I have a point, I swear. As people started to look for more entertainment, music was definitely a way, and they started to focus more on that. So your bands start to get bigger. And the great part about, because more people can enjoy it, right? So more people can afford to like go do this. It becomes a really more affordable thing. And because, you know, there's not really television at the time. I mean, there's radio and things like that, but things are starting to become more popular, right? And dance was a big part of that culture, and for that, and swing. So in the 1940s, you know, people, like I said, jazz originally started as like a ragtime, like way back 1910, 1920s, right? And then it starts to slowly increase. And the big band is really like where you have a whole brass section, you have a bass, you have a piano, you have, sometimes people incorporate strings, not often, but maybe guitar might be included in there. You could also have like clarinet, saxophone, that kind of thing, but it's very big, like, because they want to make that sound, right? Something that I would have loved to hear from this particular song, because it is talking about big bands, I would have loved for them to use like trombones and tubas, especially trombones are like so big in big bands. I would have loved to hear that. I think it would have been a really good addition. I mostly heard the trumpets, which is definitely like classic jazz, classic big band, like not a big deal. But I would think that would have added another element. The song itself was so interesting as far as like how they were putting everything together. I really loved, especially the ending. I couldn't tell if it was Xiaojun or Ten, or it might have been both of them, like a mixture of them going back and forth and ad-libbing. Was so good. Like those high notes, I was like, yes, bring it. Usually I would just assume that it's probably Xiaojun, but recently Ten has been really working on his upper register a lot, especially in WayV. I've noticed this, that he's been expanding his vocal register and trying to hit higher notes. So the tone kind of sounded like Ten. Otherwise, I would just assume it was Xiaojun right away. This style really fit them. I really thought all the members looked really great. I'm really jealous. Henry looks great in hats. I want to look great in a hat, and I just don't. I'm really jealous of that. I love Ten's hairstyle. I love the suit for Xiaojun. Bless. But everything about this concept was really, really fun, and I really liked it. And I think it would be fun to, like, in a concert, do a play off of like this era. So I think that they could do something like ragtimey, like a solo piece, like Ten could come in and do something, and then they could kind of go through like the eras of jazz, and then end kind of with this. I mean, jazz continues after the 1940s and 50s, obviously, but it's there's like several like subgenres based off of that, right? Because you have the difference between like DC City jazz and Louisiana jazz, and like all of those like different types of jazz. So anyways, I'm sorry to make this a history lesson, but at the same time, I'm not. Because I feel like this is a layer that really helps when like understanding different parts of music. And it's something that I enjoy, because that was one of my favorite parts actually about my music school education, was learning like the history of different things in like different eras. Like when you find out more about reasons why certain artists do certain things, like composers, and you like figure out like what's happening during that time, I think it makes everything more interesting. So tell me what you guys thought of the song. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Who's your bias in WayV, and what do you want to see next for them? I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.